Hi, everybody. It is the Sunday after my fifth chemo. Well, I count down, I do 5 more and then 4 more. So it's the day before 4 more chemos until we're done with chemo. And I haven't done a video all week, and I've gotten some people who have asked how I'm doing or have asked if I'm gonna do a video, and I just haven't had a great week. It's not been a terrible week altogether, but just had a couple of bad days. Monday was chemo. Tuesday seemed fine, but I was tired in the evening and really tired on Wednesday, but okay on Thursday, and Friday night really tired, and then didn't sleep at all. Well, I mean, obviously I slept some. I just got a terrible night's sleep Friday night and was tired all day yesterday. And the kind of tired that I'm talking about is when I close my eyes, I can't go to sleep, but my eyes just feel really heavy, so I just want to keep them closed all the time. I've felt very emotionally exhausted, and I think that is because the chemo is almost over. And I'll explain that because it sounds ridiculous, right? There should be an incredible celebration for having chemo end, and I want to be so excited about it. But with the end of chemo comes an incredible amount of uncertainty. It's almost like I know what to expect with chemo, and therefore I can plan, and there's less anxiety associated with it. But because chemo is going to end in 4 weeks, I am going to then have to have surgery. I don't know if I'm going to have a double mastectomy or just a single mastectomy, and then not do anything with my right side, and 1 implant, and then nothing with my right side, and I'm going to have to schedule a follow-on surgery, or if they are going to let me do a double mastectomy. And then after that is going to be radiation. And my mom did some research and wants me to ask about proton therapy versus radiation. And I've heard a couple of different things about radiation, and I think I mentioned them on my last video. And so that's kind of up in the air too. And it's just all this unknown. So I do have a meeting with my breast surgeon. I have chemo tomorrow, and then meeting with my breast surgeon on Tuesday. Rob and I are going to that. And then Thursday, I meet with the plastic surgeon. And I happened to send an email to the plastic surgeon's assistant because there was an email available. And she told me she was going to print it out and put it in the plastic surgeon's notes. And apparently he reached out to my breast surgeon and told her what were in the notes. And because of that, my breast surgeon was talking to my oncologist. So when my oncologist called and told me what my blood test results were, she actually texted me and told me that my blood results were good for this week to get chemo on Monday. She said, Dr. Dragula, that's my breast surgeon, mentioned that you want a bilateral mastectomy, and I asked her what her opinion was, and she said we would talk on Monday. So I'll be talking to my oncologist about that on Monday. So this is what, from the very beginning, I'm not sure if you remember, but I have a whole team of people that are kind of responsible for my treatment: breast surgeon, plastic surgeon, oncologist, radiologist, genetic counselor, social worker, nurse navigator. I had a acupuncturist for a while. I only did 3 of those. And apparently you need to do at least 5 for there to be a real significant improvement, but I just wasn't willing to commit the additional copay dollars to the acupuncturist for weekly treatments, so I stopped going. My oncologist talked to me about that too. So Mama and Pepe were here this week, which was wonderful. They brought Aiden back after being having been a week in Pennsylvania, and he was home for the week, so he went to his summer camp all week. And then he is with my mom and dad here in Maryland this week, and they're going camping to Bethpage, which I think is really cool, and I'm really excited for him. But he's been gone a lot, so like almost a total of 4 weeks, which is a lot. And so I definitely missed him significantly. And I don't know, one of those emotional days I was feeling like I'm not a good parent. I was feeling like I don't spend enough time with him. So had to get that off my chest, talk to some other moms, talk to Rob, and get that all off my chest. Because, I don't know, I guess with the fact that I'm going through this emotional and hormonal change, all kinds of things creep up into your brain. And sadly, when you have a really bad day, you just kind of want it to end. Not your life, the day. And I just want those bad days to go by very quickly. And I struggle with falling asleep at night. And then I struggle with staying asleep because I'm hot and cold and hot and cold. And I feel bad because I'm terrified I'm making Rob uncomfortable, which he never complains about. So just a lot of things going on. A couple of positives is everyone that has seen me with this bald head believes that I have got new hairs coming in. And I'm going to try to show you. I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I'll do it really slowly. But apparently there's some peach fuzz in there. Maybe if I go in the light, I don't know. So maybe you can see that. I don't know. I still have very few eyebrows, very few eyelashes. Let me see if you can see. I have like a few over here. And there's only like, I don't know, 3 down here. And then there's more on this side. And then maybe like 4 or 5 down there. And my eyebrows, I paint those in with my little eyeshadow. And there's like maybe 5 on one side and 8 on the other. No leg hair, no armpit hair. So, but it seems that my hair on my head may be coming back. A girlfriend that's going through this that I haven't actually physically met, but I've talked to on the phone and text message. I've mentioned her before. She found her tumor at the same time as I did, actually on the same day and the same way, which was really weird. I mean, her cancer is different than mine, but she said she had heard if you go through AC first and then Taxol that your hair might start growing back. So we're all convinced that I got some peach fuzz and that some of my hair is coming back. And I really only wear my wig when I'm going out to places like public places that people don't know me or I don't want to have to be stared at. I was at my neighborhood black party last Saturday. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So it was very hot. I didn't even know if I wanted to go out there because there's a ton of people that I didn't know, but I really wanted to meet my neighbors. I'm kind of a neighborly person. So I went out, it was right next door, and everybody was asking me how I was doing. I mean, if they didn't know, they definitely knew then because here I am walking around bald-headed. And the local fire department came where Rob is a volunteer, and they were basically doing community engagement, and the kids were so excited, and they were, playing around out there. And actually, Aiden wasn't back yet. I was waiting for Mamie and Pepe to arrive, and Rob had been out of town for a week for work. And so this little boy says to me, oh my God, he must have been like 5. He was like, "Hey, my dad's bald too. He has no hair either," when he takes his baseball cap off. I just had to crack up. So I turned it into like, I don't know, we have superpowers or something. But whenever I go outside, I normally wear a hat, but it was just too hot that day to be wearing a hat. And I didn't really think I'd be out there. We were under the shade and I wasn't worried about getting sunburnt or anything like that. But I thought it was hilarious that this little boy, the kids are so honest. So I also have some weird, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this to you, but if you can see how my thumbnail is growing. Okay, see that? So Taxol takes a beating on your nails. And I was actually going to do a video from the bathtub upstairs because I have this gorgeous, fantastic bathtub that I can't use because I can't soak my fingernails and toenails in hot water. And I mean, I could take a cold bath or go into my pool, which is totally fine. But being in hot water causes problems or some kind of reaction with the Taxol, I don't know. So noticed my thumbnails growing in all weird, and then I noticed all my fingernails were growing in all weird. So I have to keep them really short and, still like no manis, no petties. That's for concerned risk of infection, but keep them really short so I don't bang them on anything and break them because they'll just fall off. Like, that's the weirdest thing, that your fingernail or your toenail will just fall off. So I'm really protective of my fingernails. So Rob is upstairs and he's installing our closet that we ordered for our shoes, which didn't come in right, and we only have half of. Whatever. And so I was trying to take the opportunity to make a video while he wasn't down here, but he's been down every once in a while, going to the basement, going to the garage, doing all kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else super exciting going on with how I'm feeling. My teeth are still doing okay. I floss them every night. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but I have not been to the dentist. I was supposed to go, I think, in May or June, and we rescheduled it to September because you can't have that stuff done on your teeth, like cleaning and stuff, while you're having chemo. Surprise, surprise. So I've been trying to stay on top of them. See? Yeah. So staying on top of that. I try to get up. Well, actually, I can't think of the last day that I didn't get up and put makeup on. It was probably when I was having a really, really bad day because I just don't want to look at myself in the mirror without makeup on. And so that's what I do first thing in the morning. Oh, I have had a terrible time getting out of bed. My whole entire life, I have been up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning latest. And I can't tell you last time I rolled out of bed after 9:30. I mean, before 9:30, I should say, I'm sorry. I just cannot get out of bed. So my husband did a really good thing for me this morning. We had to take Aiden to meet my parents and also get Rob's parents on the road. And so he went out and got me Dunkin' Donuts and came up and woke me up and told me that, hey, there's Dunkin' Donuts downstairs for you. So that got me right on out of bed. But again, I try not to come downstairs without having put my face on because I feel like I won't go back up and put it back on. And then I'll just feel caca all day long. But I'm planning on the minute that they tell me that I can go get this microblading eyebrow stuff done, I'm doing that. I can put fake eyelashes on. So if we go out anywhere, that'll be done. I think, so when I go to Mary Beth's wedding in September, I'm definitely going to need to have some eyelashes on and I don't know, maybe get some eyebrows painted on perfectly since I don't feel, even though you guys have all commented and said they look so good, I am so critical. It takes forever for me to do my eyebrows. Like they never look the same. Like today I put on different eyeliner because I was like trying to make my eyes were watering the last couple of days. Rob's mom thinks it's allergies because Aiden was fighting it too. But anyway, I say anyway a lot. So other than that, I think that was everything that I wanted to tell you was going on with me for the last week. I am all excited. If Grace watches this, she'll be so proud of me because I've submitted all kind of FSA claims. And I was so nervous before I ever found out about this cancer that I didn't know what I was doing with submitting a claim on FSA. And now I know what I'm doing. I'm so excited. And I've got it down pat. I'm just rocking it. So I spent a lot of time doing paperwork. And I think that's it. I have kept y'all long enough, under 15 minutes. But if you have questions, let me know. I actually had a friend that just found out that she's got cancer. And we had a really nice, good 30-minute conversation just about an hour ago. And it felt really good to be able to talk to somebody who was just diagnosed because, I felt like I was just like out there and not knowing what was going on back in March. Having never experienced anything like this. Her sister's gone through it and survived. Her mother's gone through it and survived. So she just is a trooper. So anyway, I feel like she is amazing and she's always been someone that I've looked up to as well. So if you do have questions or if you're seeing this, we are 16 weeks in. Almost 17 weeks in to this entire process because the entire chemo was 20 weeks. So I cannot believe that I've been doing this for 17 weeks. The first chemo was on April 15th, and I was diagnosed on March 28th. I found the lump on March 7th. And my mammogram was on February 14th. So reminder, get your mammogram. If you have dense breasts, make sure you're checking yourself. Get high imaging or 3Ds. I want to advocate for you and you, whoever you are. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend. They're enjoying their summer, and I will hopefully have a video out in a couple of days after this next chemo tomorrow. Thank you so much for your continued support, cards, gifts, texts, phone calls, FaceTimes, emails, notes. I really, really appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you to our military and our first responders. Happy August!